With a retrograde coming this cycle, as well as May's numerology, I am seeing that we will be doing more groundwork when it comes to truly our transformation for the life we're ready to live. So that is what I'm seeing. So we'll get into that in this video. But welcome everybody to Our Sky, Our Story. My name is Kelita, Sahliah. If you are new, if you're not, then welcome. I am a mother, a real angel, and I do dabble in cryptocurrency. So make sure you check out my Crypto Angles podcast. But over here, we interpret our astrology based on the actual visible sky. Okay, so it's not mainstream tropical astrology. Some placements will be different because that is not in alignment with the sky, and for me it makes more logical sense to look at the sky where it's actually happening. But there's more videos down below which does explain that. So these are the positions of the luminaries and where they will be, the luminaries or stars, where they will be on the 28th of April, and we're going to cover from the 28th till the 4th of May. Now, there's a lot to cover into this video, so we will get right into it. But if you are new and you're not familiar with all of the symbology, the symbols, then on this calendar, it does teach you all of them. And of course, because we do follow the sky, there are extra star constellations, as you can see here with Aquila, Scutum, and Sextans, the Cetus as well. So you can learn as we go along. And of course, right now it is buy one, get one free on the calendar. Simply, if you get the digital copy, you can get the physical copy for free. Just pay for postage as well. Reason being, if you don't know, there was just 2 minor mistakes in here with the solar eclipses, and that's all pretty much. That is all. But the Virgo in me is like, it needs to be perfect. So if you get the digital one, which is fully up to date, you can get this one for free for like the next 20 people. So feel free to grab that if you would like to. But let's jump into it anyway. The order of the video is we'll go over the numerology because we're at the beginning of a month. Then we'll go over this finger. But then we'll go over the moon transit. No, the transits that's happening this cycle. And then we'll go over the moon transits. Then we'll clarify with the tarot. Oh, Page of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. And then we come back to the present moment because the present moment is all that matters. But the numerology, if you have been following me for a while, watching my videos, you would have known I do 3 numerologies, but there's only 2 there right now, but we are going to cover the 3rd one, but we're following that with the moons. So the moon cycles, because there's 13, there's an extra moon other than the 12. We will go over the numerology for the moon in the next video as we get in our 2nd moon cycle of the year on the 8th of May. So we'll cover that there. But right now we are just going to focus on the 2 of them, and then we'll synchronize that in the next video with the other numerology. So if you do not know how to add up numerology for the month, you simply add the month and the year together. So we've got, for the Gregorian, which is, you know, the calendar that we follow, it's the 5th month, isn't it? This pen doesn't work well. It's this orange pen that works better. So it's 05 for the month of May plus 224 gives us 13. So we're getting a karmic number 4. Okay, and then for the original, because technically May would be the 3rd month, if we go at it accurately, so 03224 gives us a master number 11. So when it comes to our numerology, we're getting 11 and 4 for the month of May. So what is this telling me? The 1 energy, just like last month, is still amplified because we're getting a 1 as a base energy to get to the 4. And of course, we've got the 11, 2 ones. So this 1 energy is amplified anyway. 1, from my perspective, is that masculine, from the perspective of energy, is that masculine piercing of light. It's that assertiveness, that structure, that direction of light, which makes it clear for energy to travel along. So that's the masculine energy of the one. It creates its way, this structure, and then energy can travel along it, basically like this. So we have our one, and then energy like a spiral goes around it, or if you know we're going up, spiral goes around it. So that's like the one energy in terms of our holographic universe and how the numbers work. But it offers this, it's this assertiveness, this direction, this leadership, this new way. It's this new way. And of course, because it's amplified, being a master number 11, this newness is amplified as well. It being a master number, it's like you're going through the door. Okay, you're going through a door, you're going through a portal with this master number. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. So it's kind of like this newness is amplified when it comes to May. This newness, what we're ready to experience. And of course, because we do have it here as well as the 3, and the 1 and the 3 basically makes this pattern anyway. So we're getting again that 1 energy just amplifying this newness that we're ready to experience, and then we're getting the 3 energy, which makes up this 4. So this 3 energy, you've got masculine as the 1, feminine as the 2, and 3 is like the child. So it's full of creativity, fresh ideas, excited ideas. But when it comes to the 3 energy, to be able to spiral out in your creations, it takes bravery, it takes courage to step out and actually do that. Like, you know, when you're a child and you'd happily want to do something, but it's only really society, your family, friends, whatever would quiet you down. So ultimately, being in this fully cultivating this 4 energy, we need the 1 and the 3, this direction, this assurity, this leadership, creativity around that direction, and stepping out to, you know, confidently to do that, to literally be a spiral and spiral out, because that's what we're meant to do. It's our existence. And this would bring us to the 4 energy, which is the 4 energy represents leadership as well. It's leadership, it represents time, it represents structure and discipline. So within this structure, discipline and time and leadership, business ideas can be quite potent here, which can bring about wealth. So 4 does have wealth qualities to it. And of course, double 4 gives us 8, and we are in the 8 universal year. Check out that video, by the way. I'll attach it because it covers the whole of this year. But this 4 energy can bring about wealth ultimately from your determination, from your leadership, from your consistency, from your structure, and the foundation you've set for yourself. So that's kind of what I'm seeing when it comes to the numerology. We're ready to peep through that door of time to step into a new time. Okay, we're ready to step into a new time we're ready to experience. And in order to do that, creativity is necessary. Creativity with this 3 is necessary for you to step into that time, to bring about that wealth. And then of course, this new time is being amplified with the original numerology, as we're ready to go through a door, and this newness, this assertiveness on where you want to go is amplified. So if you naturally feel during this month like, yes, this is the direction I'm ready to go in, this is the door type of thing that I actually want to go through, then just continue to trust yourself with that. Okay, so when we get into our next video, we will add the moon numerology, and we're synchronized, we'll reflect back on these 2 as well. So we're getting a little bit extra. Do make sure as well you check out the video that will be available on the 1st of May, where we go over all of the luminaries, all of the transits for May, as well as the current positions, and synchronizing them all together with numerology as well. So make sure you check out that video whilst it's available on YouTube, but it will be there for 48 hours and then on Patreon after that. But that's what I'm seeing when it comes to the numerology anyway. Let's get into the transits of this cycle. If you can hear my children screaming, forgive me. But anyway, so the transits that's happening this cycle, let me write them. Okay, so I've just written them on to save a little bit of time, but these are the transits that are happening this cycle. We're getting Jupiter entering into Taurus, we're getting Venus entering into Aries, Fortuna entering into Pisces, and Pluto is beginning to retrograde in Capricorn. So what is this all telling me? There will be a video coming out probably Sunday, where we will go into more depth about Jupiter entering Pisces, Jupiter entering Taurus. So make sure you check that out, because we go into more detail. But ultimately, Jupiter, this luminary of expansion, that's all it does. It's not biased in any way. It's not biased. It really doesn't give a shit. It's just going to expand you, whether that's positive or negative. It's associated with like the planet of luck, but ultimately it just expands. So it can expand you in that way, or it can expand you in the opposite way as well. So do keep that in mind. So this luminary of expansion is entering into Taurus. So Taurus represents the material, because it is the toroidal field. And I know I've drew this many times, but we're going to draw it again. Taurus is the toroidal field. Okay, so just looking at the calendar, because on this new calendar we also have the zodiac to body correlation. So Taurus here is the I can't even pronounce this word, Creebellum. That's what it is. So this is a position at the back of your brain. So essentially this gives the from the brain, the perception of the brain, because that creates our reality. That's where the toroidal field literally stems from. Okay, and it creates your reality. It creates that toroidal field, your aura field, your energy field, which allows things to be attracted to you within the material reality. So that is what Taurus is about. It represents all of the material, as it's fueled by Venus. It covers your senses. So it's all about your senses: sight, taste, touch, hearing, smell, as well as your intuition. So it covers all of that, and it's what you find valuable, what you want to use your senses to interact with. So as it represents the toroidal field, and as the umbrella, it's absolutely everything that is the material reality. It does also cover love and money as well. So we're generally going to be expanded in this area. We're going to be expanded when it comes to our material reality, our own holographic simulations. We're going to be expanded in that way, and this could appear in different ways for many people. You could be expanded in terms of truly interacting with your hologram even more. So especially if you felt like you've not been doing much, even if it's since like COVID or something, like you've done some things but you've not really experienced life as much. This won't be for everyone, but you could then be expanded in that way. When it comes to all of your senses, you could be expanded in that way as well. This could even be sensual pleasures, whether that's through food, through touch, through taste is food, sight, what you see, all things of that nature. You could basically be expanded in it. So if naturally more things are being drawn into your reality, that could be Jupiter's doing. Now, as I says, it does expand in both directions, so do be careful. If you noticed from this point on, how long is it in Taurus for? I believe it's up until 2025. So yeah, I believe it's up until 2025, like probably summer or something, but we'll get to that when we need to. But as I've been saying, I had a little burp there. It didn't come out until I started the video again. But as I've been saying, in terms of this whole transition, like being in this transition phase, I feel with Jupiter being in Taurus, we are going to be experiencing a lot more in our physical reality. So will just say be careful on what you want to interact with, if you want that to be expanded more or don't, because I am seeing expansion in people's life. So yeah, but make sure you check out the other video because we go into more depth about it. We break it down with the 2 and the 4 and the energies that brings as well, and it will be out soon. Okay, probably tomorrow, probably Friday or Saturday, because I want it out before the transit happens on Sunday. So most likely Saturday, so stick around for that anyway. But with Venus moving into Aries, so Venus, as it is the fueler of Taurus, it represents again all of your 6 senses, and it's what you find valuable, which makes you want to use your 6 senses to interact with that said thing. So when it comes to our material values now, it's moving from this Pisces energy that it was in into Aries. So what we had found probably more valuable, we probably had a lot of self-reflection previously of what we truly wanted and didn't want. Because that's what Pisces is about, being that last zodiac sign. And I always say, being in the Pisces, you attune yourself to those frequencies as it is in the water. It's ready to be birthed out. So Venus is ready to be birthed out this cycle from the waters after it's fully attuned itself to the frequencies it wants to experience this cycle around until it transits back into Pisces next year. And we're ready to enter into this Aries energy of this fresh newness. So again, going back to just this one energy, this new experience in time with the 4 energy, this Aries energy is new. So it's this new flame, this new passion. So even if when it comes to your 6 senses and what you find valuable, what you want to interact with, you may want to interact with new experiences. And again, I feel this just amplifies this Jupiter, because Jupiter is ready to expand you in that area anyway. Forgive me, my daughter needed me. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, when it comes to our values anyway, we're going to show up new. We're going to want new experiences when it comes with what we want to use our senses to interact with. These new experiences, you may even show that first house. So like, for example, I started skipping the other day. I started skipping, so I kind of generally feel that when it comes to my physical appearance and things of that nature, and Venus being representing the material, that's kind of starting to show already. I'm just ready to get my body back in a better shape and things of that nature. So whatever you're doing, it may show up first house with what you find valuable, which could be your appearance, with what you even do. So beyond appearance, but what people know you're doing. That may be even more valuable to you, interacting with that, showing it off, not showing it off, but showing what you're about, basically, really showing up first house, physically showing up first house. So you may just get that new flame, that new passion, when it comes to love and money as well. And I will say, because Venus does cover love and money, and Jupiter being in Taurus, which is about love and money, as Taurus fuels the 2nd house, it's like you may well be expanded when it comes to love, romance. You may have expansion in your finances, but do remember Jupiter can expand both ways. So it can expand you also in possible losses in finances, or it could expand you in not the best love. So I will say, of course, be vigilant when it comes to these stuff and who's coming in, but I'm generally seeing expansion, and I'm seeing this expansion, you're ready to enter into new things. So new could come in even when it comes to money and love. That's a possibility. Okay, right. And then in May, we have Fortuna entering Pisces. So Fortune, it is in its name. You operating within this energy, the Pisces energy, will bring fortune and prosperity your way. It's as simple as that. But what is that Pisces energy? Excuse me, a little confirmation burp. But this Pisces energy, as I mentioned, it is the last zodiac sign. So because of that, it has the wisdom of all the other zodiacs within it. And often this wisdom likes to be expressed in creative ways. This wisdom can be things that isn't quite accepted by everyone. It's not quite accepted by everyone, but it's your own wisdom. So it does cover things that's more like religion or spirituality and things of that nature, because it's just not widely accepted. And oftentimes it's the wisdom you gain from that. And it's not just them two, it's many other things. Your own direction, your own unique wisdom, basically, from your own experiences. You can bring that out in creative ways, whether to help others, to help yourself, and things of that nature. And as I said, it is in the waters. Pisces is that water element where you can essentially reflect on what fortune has been brought your way through the past cycle, and attune yourself to the frequency waves of what you're ready to bring to you when it comes to fortune and prosperity. So that is there as well. If general reflection does come up when it comes to your own success and whatever that means to you, then it's just some reflection time and contemplation on where you'd like to go. But ultimately, you being in this Pisces energy of bringing out your own wisdom in your creative way, through art, through dance, through projects, through content, whatever it is, it will bring fortune to you. So pay attention to what comes up, because I feel it's this Pisces wisdom that kind of sets the tone for the rest of where you're going when it comes to, well, all of them, but of course we're focused on Fortuna. So yeah, I'll just say trust yourself with your creative ideas, what you'd like to do, even if this just comes up as an idea, because it is Pisces' contemplation time. You'll get the idea, but the newness and the spark may come when it moves into Aries. So just play with the thoughts in your mind, entertain it, work, take action when you feel to take action. And yeah, fortune and prosperity is inevitable. It is inevitable. There's a whole, my daughter's sock is just in the frame, sorry, and some tissue. Anyway, Pluto, this is a big one. Have I done a video on this? No, I haven't. Will I? Probably not. We'll see. But Pluto, anyway, being the luminary of death and rebirth, Pluto's only desire is to give you what you want, okay? And that's all it's going to do. You want that, okay. It will bring experiences to you that can be quite challenging, because you need to die through that experience so you can be transformed and grow. So that's what Pluto is about. Death and transformation, being the god of the underworld. And it's stationed in retrograde. So it's going retrograde in Capricorn. So if you got this far in the video, and if you were familiar with mainstream tropical astrology, you would believe that Pluto's in Aquarius, but it's not. Saturn is in Aquarius, so these are the natural Aquarian energies coming out. It's not from Pluto, okay? Pluto's in Capricorn, in the visible sky, and it makes so much more sense now, because foundations are being teared down. Just look at our reality. Look at our reality. In order for these new technological advances, when Pluto finally enters Aquarius, in order for them to truly come in and be harmonious with humanity, the structure and foundation needs to shift. So this is where Pluto's coming in to transform the entire structure and foundation of the collective, because it's in Capricorn, which is about stable foundation. So the old needs to go in order for a stable foundation needs to come in, and the stable foundation will be focused towards your long-term goals. So that's the general energies of Pluto being in Capricorn. And of course it's retrograding, so retrogrades offer a going back, a looking over of things, a redo, crossing the I's and dotting the T's, so to say, of all the things you didn't have the space and capacity to do before. Retrogrades offer that capacity to do so. Just pay attention to your life. You know, when you just generally don't have the space to do certain things, then all of a sudden something that probably should have been done a couple months ago, it's like, oh wow, I've now got that capacity to actually do it. So I feel this is why I kind of, you know, I like my interpretation, because sometimes society and life can make you feel like you always have to be doing stuff, don't miss anything, you just always have to be doing it, blah, blah. But sometimes you even need to jump over things, because literally the sky, the hologram, gives us the opportunity to go back, and that's what retrogrades are for. Okay, so when it comes to not only the collective, when it comes to your own personal life, when it comes to your foundation, your stability, which will create a foundation for your long-term goals, we are having that time now to cultivate it and work on it that little bit more, so to strengthen our foundation, basically. So Pluto has only recently entered into Capricorn. It was the beginning of this year, so it's like we were naturally being a slower moving luminary. It's going to be there for a while, so this is slow moving, this transformation, but that had begun. Personally, situations happened in my own home where it's like, oh, it's a little bit challenging. However, I can see how this will be for the long term. So that's just a personal thing. So pay attention, obviously, to your own life. And of course, something will be ready soon, like as soon as possible, but an actual diary, so you can write these things down. So you can write what happens on your day to day, and we'll generally see how these impact our lives. Okay, but that's what I'm seeing when it comes to Pluto stationing retrograde. Oh, little confirmation, but this retrograde is going to offer the space to continue to work on and set up our foundation, so we can truly live in on long-term goals. And again, this is why I'm seeing, just like with the numerology, when it comes to our creativity, that could be part of Pluto stationing retrograde, because part of creating our foundations could have something to do with what you're creating, part of your creativity, and how you need to be confident and spiral out with that. Also, it's like this time we're ready to transition into, because Pluto retrogrades in state, well, once a year it retrogrades, so it's kind of like it happens in phases. You'll move forward a bit, and it's like, okay, we need to go back a little to redo it, and then move forward again, then back a little. So it's like, I feel we've passed a segment, we've passed a certain segment that we've cultivated. We need to just finish off a few loose ends, so to say. But in essence, from doing that during this retrograde, and especially when we move forward, we're entering a new time. Okay, new time, new path, and things of that nature. So that is what I am seeing with the transits. If you did like this and the numerology, do give your girl a thumbs up, help your girl out. And let's get into the moon transits. So I've just written them again to save time, but the moon is the mover of our emotions. It gets our energy in motion and things of that nature through a feeling, how you feel about a thought, through your gut feeling, through your instincts, your intuition, and things of that nature. It causes you to act on something. It moves your emotions, so you act on something, because of course the world is a stage. Oh my days, the full moon yesterday was so surreal. It was a full moon in Libra. We had our full moon in Libra yesterday, and it was a pink moon. Looked a bit orange though, to be fair, not necessarily pink, but it just looked so beautiful and so surreal. It just looked like a disc placed in the sky. Just, oh, I love looking at the sky. Anyway, the moon moves our emotions, and it's through that act that we do, from how our energy has moved us, our emotion, energy in motion. We then perceive it through the lens of the ego, which is the sun. So that's how the sun and moon work together. And of course, after you've put that act out into the world, whatever is attracted to you, you see it again through the lens of the ego, combined with your own sun sign. Okay, so you always see it through your sun sign with a mixture of wherever the sun is transiting. I do give birth chart readings, that's also available. All details are down below. I need to share my reviews of that because so many people they really liked it. They found out interesting aspects of themselves. So yeah, if you would like that, it is available. But the moon anyway is beginning in Sagittarius. It starts in the morning in Ophiuchus on the day of the sun on Sunday the 28th, but it moves into Sagittarius in the morning. So it's like our emotions are moving us in a new direction. Oh, you see, this is how, just a little excitement. This is how I love the synchronicity of things. As I was saying, a whole new toroidal field, a whole new going through doors in time. And our emotions at the beginning of the cycle are moving us in this new direction. So Sagittarius, being the last fire sign, is mature. So it knows where it wants to go. This passionate flame is still very passionate because it's a fire sign, but it's not new and naive like Aries. It's not overly confident like Leo. It's got its maturity and it's got its focus, and it knows where it wants to go with that mature passion and flame. So just as it's a symbol, literally like an arrow in a direction, similar to Mars, it knows the direction it wants to go in. Sagittarius is a centurion and it's got a bow and arrow. So that bow and arrow is precision, it's precise. Okay, so our emotions at the beginning of this cycle is moving us in a clear, precise way on where we would like to go. So this direction on where we would like to go, how our emotions are moving us, pay attention to what comes up. It could come up in different ways, whether that's through education, because Sagittarius does cover philosophy, covers higher education, higher learning, whether that is college, university, school, whatever. But also because it is a centurion, it's got mysticism involved in that. So that could also be occult knowledge, you developing your own philosophy around that knowledge and wisdom that you know. So it could be around that. It could also be around travel as well. And the general direction you're ready to go in your life. So if you naturally, your emotions are popping up of like, I want to travel here. So could be why at the beginning of this cycle. But then we do get into, let's just show this part of the calendar so I can see it. We do get into a Capricorn moon at the end of April, the 30th. Is it 30 days in April? 30 days has September, April, June. Yes, 30. So on the last day of April, the moon then moves from this precise location, direction where you're ready to go, and it moves into this stable foundation type of energy. So now you know where you want to go after it moves you. Your emotions are moving you when it's moving you based on this stability and foundation you're ready to set up, which we're done being transformed through it anyway, very slowly. So if your emotions again are more cultivated based on, yep, this is the direction I want to go in, which is your long-term goal, and focused on how to create stability around that. And I find it interesting again because as the moon is ready to, no, as our emotions are ready to be mature, knowing the direction we're wanting to go in, Jupiter then expands. Okay, so though I did mention the polarities on two sides, Jupiter could expand, I do feel the way our emotions and our energy is going to move us is going to be based on maturity, on what we truly want to expand in and what we want to attract to our toroidal field. Okay, and as we're being expanded in that, what we're attracting, our emotions are focused on how we're going to then set stability and foundation towards our long-term goal. So again, it's maturity, what I'm seeing beginning to attract at the beginning when Jupiter fully submerges into Taurus, because it's pretty much on the cusp right now. It's at the very cusp of Taurus, 0 point. Yeah, so when it comes to the moon, then moving from the 30th as we enter into May, Thursday, it moves into Aquarius, just as Fortune's in Pisces and Pluto is stations retrograde. So I feel just in combination as well with the retrograde, our emotions may be fueled by unique ideas which will help this stability and foundation for our long-term goals, unique ideas that will take us in this precise direction to help, as I says, our long-term goals. That's what I'm seeing. So I'm definitely seeing maturity. And then, of course, the moon then moves into Pisces. So our emotions are getting ready to have its Cetus watery dip soon. At the beginning of the next cycle, it's getting ready to have its Cetus watery dip. So our emotions are generally ready to enter into the waters and level up, basically. That's what I'm seeing. So as we're entering new into this new energy that we're going in, our emotions are getting ready to level up and beginning to attract new things, or our energy will be moved in a more expanded way based off the past cycle. It's getting ready to enter into a new cycle with all of the newness we're ready to experience. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing when it comes to the moon. If you did like this video, do give me a thumbs up if you like this, and we're going to get into the tarot. So when it comes to the tarot for the beginning of the month, I do like to do two, where we just take a few cards for the month as well as for the cycle. But I did also pull just one card for my luminaries support you, where I have synchronized all of this together and gone over all of the transits for May. So that will be available on the 1st of May. Should I release these like a day before instead of on the day? I think I will, so I'll release it on Tuesday, the 30th of May. That's what I'll do. But I did pull one card, and it was the Fool. Okay, it was the Fool. So the Fool is entering a new journey. So do keep that in mind, that's pretty much there. It will be interesting if that comes out again. But let's go into the sound bowl. So take a deep breath with me for the tarot. And exhale. Oh, this sound bowl calms my nerves so much. It really does. So, connect to the collective consciousness. Can we get a clear message of what the month of May, with the numerology of 4 and 11 for the collective, what is coming up for the month of May? Oh, that just kind of flew out. It kind of flew out, but I kind of threw it out, but it came out. But we're getting the sun. Something is shining. So we had the Fool and the sun for the month of May. That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing new. I'm seeing expansion. I'm seeing where we're going to be experiencing a bit more of happiness. And I know it's not for everyone. Everyone has different cycles in this. But I swear, Mama's tired. I am tired. I'm just like, yeah. I'm ready for. We had the three of wands. It flew out. 3 of wands. We'll take that. It flew out sideways. It flew out sideways. So we'll see what it says in both reverse and upright. But it did fly out kind of sideways there. Can we just get one more for the month of May, and then we'll move on to the cycle? Oh, I'm still not the best shuffler. And clarify the sun for me and the 3 of wands for the month of May 2024. for the month of May. Nah, two fell out. Love is coming and we're going to be fulfilled. The sun is coming up. People, the month of May. The month of May. And I said this in my last, like the April videos. It was like, I'm seeing a transition month. And it's like the way the cards come out, I was like, maybe the beginning of the month to middle is just going to be a bit meh. But the end of the month, we're probably going to see a bit more. But I'm seeing fulfillment in May. And I feel love is coming in. Right. Can we go over just for this cycle now, please? Just for the cycle from... Our new journey starts. So that transition that I said when it came to April begins as it's finishing April and going into May. So the ones here are for the month and these ones are for the cycle. You can see it, right? I'll put it up when I'm reading them. Oh, okay. Can we clarify this fool's journey for this cycle? And even though I'm still a little skeptical with the tarot, it just put me a sigh of relief. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but Mama's tired. I feel like this life needs to give me something back, you know? And I'm sure if you're watching this, you may feel the same. So this kind of did flip out. And also the Five of Swords did flip out. So that's interesting. We'll see what that's about. Maybe a little last disruptions in this cycle. Just one more to clarify, please. The High Priestess, the Fool. I feel it's more... Oh, that just flipped right out. Three of Cups. Something may come up, but I'm seeing love and fulfillment. I really am. We may have a little sharp message coming up. But let's look into the cycle first. I almost slipped up and said W-E-A-E-E-K, but we're not weak. So the cycle, let's do the Five of Swords first. What's going on there? Oh, this came up in reverse in one of my other videos, you know. I think it was for the Jupiter video, which will be out soon. So it came up in reverse. But we may feel this cycle just a little bit of defeat. Okay? A little bit of hollow victory. Accepting your limitations. No win situation. Only thinking of yourself. Experiencing hostility. Looking after number one. So this cycle... Be gentle with yourself is what I'm going to say. There may be an element of defeat coming up this cycle as we enter into the beginning of May. But of course, ultimately anyway, we're still entering into this new journey. We're entering into this new journey of the Fool. We've got High Priestess energy there, so you definitely know what you're doing. But what is this Three of Cups about? So, Three of Cups, we've got team spirit, we've got friendship, we've got experience, celebration, part of the group, sharing good feelings, getting together and networking, and a community spirit. So I do feel whatever this potential hollow victory and defeat you may feel is not the end of the world. It's not going to be the end of the world, because you're still starting a new journey. And this could be in friendships. It could be in friendships, networking, connections that you make. You know? So, yeah. And then, of course, the High Priestess. Let's just see what she's saying. Number 2. So the High Priestess some secrets, some hidden feelings, but intuition is high. The healer, feminine power, silent potential, mystical influences. A secret will be revealed. Seeing beyond what's obvious, trusting your inner guide, being receptive. So, yeah, trust yourself. High priestess energy coming through. Something may be revealed which could be part of this hollow victory, but regardless of this hollow victory, of whatever you trust your intuition for, that you're seeing through, networking, team spirit is coming up, and of course you're beginning to start this new journey. And this new journey came out as well as for the what's happening for the month of May, and there's full fulfillment there. So this new journey is beginning. We are going to begin to attract new things into our toroidal field, which will expand us. It will expand us. It will expand us in these friendships, you know? So, yeah. But of course, we could be expanded in defeat. So that's what I'm saying. But ultimately, that's just for this cycle, though. That is for this cycle. But let's get on to the wands. Let's get on to the wands with this 3 of Wands. We have exploration, foresight, sharing, starting a new journey, seeking the truth, looking for something different, visionary ideas, seeing how best to act. Visionary ideas. What did I say when I says we're entering into this maturity with this flame, and when these unique ideas that which may come up, which will help with these stable foundation? Okay, how you're naturally going to expand may come from these ideas, these visionary ideas, these creative ideas with the numerology of May, what you're ready to enter into and step into this new time. So you're starting a new journey. It's inevitable and it's beginning. We are starting a new journey. Let's get on to the cups, and then last, the sun. So, oh, confirmation burp. Oh, that was just a burp. What am I confirming? I'm confirming the new journey. But 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Promise of good times to come. Family joy, happiness, radiating love, emotional fulfillment, sexual commitment, attainable ideas. So, promise of good times, people. We're starting this new journey. We are starting it. We've got networks coming in, potential this cycle, whether that's friendship, who you're networking with, relationships. Oh gosh, my children are shouting. But we've got all of that. We're radiating in love and emotional fulfillment. We're fully emotionally fulfilled this month. Okay? And I feel this may come in, whoever comes in at the beginning with these new experiences that you're ready to have, these new connections, friendships, partnerships, this new journey you're ready to start on will emotionally fulfill you. This new journey that you're ready to start on. Okay? And then we have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups being romance, deeper feelings, expressing love, in touch with your emotions, falling in love with love, desire for a deeper connection, and offer. So love. I feel as well as love, you're getting your friendships and connections, and all of that combined will bring in this full emotional fulfillment. I'm definitely seeing love coming in, whether if you're in a relationship that's falling deeper into love, having deeper fulfillment, entering a new phase in your journey, entering a new phase with whoever you are with. Or if you're not in a relationship, someone new is coming in and you're going to start a new journey with them, and you will be fulfilled emotionally. Some of these cards came up as well with one of my other videos that will be out. I can't remember if it was Uranus or Jupiter, but or was it my last video? I can't remember. I do so many. But I do feel, even if there's something you may need to work out with whoever this could be, even if that's a partnership in business or whatever, ultimately you'll be able to work through it and you will be fulfilled. But romance is coming in, and whoever you are with, you want that deeper connection with, and they will offer that, and you will offer it to them, and you will be emotionally fulfilled for this month, because you're ready for a whole new damn journey, and you're ready to shine like the motherfucking sun. So the sun, I'm sure that offers some love in it as well, but let's just read it so we're not missing anything. Communication, sharing, happiness, joy, positive energy, creativity and growth, accomplishment in love, new friendships, feeling intellectually enlightened, being a center of attention, believing in yourself, honoring your values, friendship, creativity and growth, ready to go in this new direction, starting something new, positive energy, new friendships, love, like literally accomplishment in love. You're shining. There's an accomplishment in love here, like 100%. Jupiter expanding, love and money. You're going to be filled emotionally, and let's be real, money covers our emotions too. So you're going to be fulfilled as expansion begins to come in. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a really lovely month. And as the weather's just getting warmer, hopefully we have some nice lovely weather, but that is what I'm seeing. We are going to be expanded in love. We are going to be emotionally fulfilled, and we're ready to start this new journey as we're expanding in our new toroidal field. The thing that is going to be, it's kind of like setting the precipice for up until the next like 12 years or so, until Jupiter enters into Pisces again. So we're really setting the stage of how we want to experience our reality, how Jupiter is going to expand that to us towards our toroidal field, which will impact the rest of the signs. And I explain that more in my Jupiter video, which will be out on Saturday. So that's what I'm seeing, people. I'm seeing a lovely month. Love is coming in. You're gonna be fulfilled through love, through your friendships, love through a romantic connection too, and you're ready to start that new journey. So this hollow defeat, victory, won't last long at all. Okay, let's take a deep breath and come back to the present moment. And exhale. So, in the present moment, we have today, where are we? We have Mercury stationing direct today. So Mercury stationing direct. So we're moving forward now. We're going to begin to move forward when it comes to how we're exchanging our energy. So yeah, we'll begin to move forward as Mercury stations direct. We've crossed the I's and dotted the T's on how we would like to exchange our energy, and we're going to move forward with that now. So new interactions, possibly new energy exchanges may come up from this point. As it's in Pisces, it's getting ready to enter into Aries. So we're still attuning ourselves, I'll say, to, this is how I want to exchange my energy. These are the wavelengths I want to experience. So if there's still a lot of thought, reflection mode with past exchanges and with how you'd like to move forward, so could be why. And of course, the moon is still in Libra. It was a full moon in Libra yesterday, and it's still in there today. So our emotions will be moving us based on creating balance. And not only creating balance, but working on what we want from our mind. It looks so awful. It looks like a man with weird legs. But taking from our mind the ethereal, the ether, and creating balance with that, creating balance with our ideas, creating balance as well with relationships and things of that nature. But ultimately it's the idea, what you have in your head, and how you want that to be a perfect balance of yin and yang, you know. But yeah, my mouth is getting tired. Make sure you grab the calendar, people. It's buy one, get one free. Get the digital and you can get the physical for free. Just pay for postage. If you liked any aspect of this video, please support by just liking the video. It helps so much. Drop in a comment if you'd like to support further. My Patreon is donation based, where more videos will be released out over there. You can check it out now if you'd like. Yeah, just watching and liking my videos will just help so much, help mama out. But with that being said, have a wonderful May. It's going to be beautiful. That's what I'm seeing. Have a wonderful cycle, and I'll see you in the next video. Angel out. Bye. 5:55 on the clock. Bye.